80% of Harley-Davidson buyers choose the wrong model for their riding style and end up selling within 3 years. But what if I told you that picking the wrong Harley could cost you tens of thousands in depreciation and leave you with a garage queen that never gets ridden? Harleys that promise the ultimate riding experience in their brochures, but deliver nothing but frustration on real roads. In this video, we're counting down the 23 best Harley-Davidson motorcycles of all time, based on actual owner satisfaction, reliability data, and long-term value retention. And trust me, some of these rankings will completely shock you. From engines that leak oil like broken faucets to bikes with death wobbles at highway speeds, even legendary Harleys have dark secrets that dealers won't tell you. The #1 motorcycle on our list is so revolutionary that it completely redefines what a Harley-Davidson can be. And most Harley purists absolutely hate it. Stay until the end, because this isn't just nostalgia. It's research that could save you from buying the wrong bike. Skip this, and you might spend your life savings on a Harley that becomes your biggest regret. Number 23. 1911 Harley-Davidson 7D. The 1911 7D wasn't just another motorcycle. It was the birth of a sound that would echo through more than a century of American roads. This machine introduced Harley's first production V-twin engine, that distinctive 45-degree configuration that became the heartbeat of Milwaukee's finest. Before the 7D, motorcycles were basically bicycles with engines bolted on. The 7D changed that with mechanically operated intake valves, replacing the primitive vacuum-operated systems that plagued earlier designs. This wasn't just an improvement, it was the difference between having a reliable riding partner and pushing your bike home. The V-twin architecture wasn't chosen by accident. It delivered that perfect balance of power and character that separated Harleys from every other machine on the road. That distinctive potato idle, it started right here with the 7D. Number 22. 1914 Harley-Davidson 10F. Picture this, you're climbing a steep hill in 1914 and your single-speed motorcycle starts to bog down. With most bikes, you'd either make it or you wouldn't. But with the 10F, you had options. The 10F introduced the motorcycle industry's first 2-speed transmission. This wasn't just a convenience feature, it revolutionized how people thought about riding. Suddenly, hills became conquerable. Long distances became manageable. The motorcycle transformed from a fair-weather toy into a serious transportation tool. This innovation showed Harley's early commitment to practical engineering. While other manufacturers focused purely on speed, Harley understood that real riders needed versatility. The 10F proved that better engineering could make motorcycles accessible to everyday people, not just daredevils. Number 21, 1925, HarleyDavidson JD. Sometimes the most important innovation isn't under the hood, it's what catches your eye from across the parking lot. The 1925 JD introduced the teardrop-shaped fuel tank that became a defining element of motorcycle design for decades. This wasn't just about looks. The teardrop tank created a visual flow that connected the rider to the machine in a way that boxy, utilitarian tanks never could. It suggested speed even when the bike was standing still. More importantly, it established Harley-Davidson as a company that understood motorcycles weren't just machines. They were expressions of personal style. That graceful curve influenced custom builders and factory designers for generations. Even today, when you see a motorcycle with that distinctive teardrop tank, you're seeing the DNA of the 1925 JD. Number 20. 1929 Harley-Davidson D-Series Flathead. When the stock market crashed in 1929, most companies focused on survival. Harley-Davidson focused on accessibility. The D-Series Flathead, with its 45 cubic inch V-twin, became the working man's Harley during America's darkest economic period. The Flathead wasn't the most powerful engine Harley ever built, but it might have been the most important. With 39 horsepower and side valve simplicity, it was designed for reliability over raw performance. When money was tight and mechanics were scarce, you could fix a Flathead with basic tools and determination. This engine competed directly with Indian's 101 Scout and Excelsior's Super X, proving Harley could build affordable motorcycles without sacrificing durability. The Flathead's success during the Depression kept Harley-Davidson alive when other manufacturers disappeared forever. Number 19. 1936 Harley-Davidson EL Knucklehead. The Knucklehead almost didn't happen. By 1936, Harley-Davidson was struggling against Indian motorcycles, and the company needed a game changer. What they created was both a triumph and a cautionary tale about pushing technological boundaries. The EL featured Harley's first overhead valve V-twin, a massive leap from the simple side valve designs. Those distinctive valve covers, resembling clenched fists, gave the engine its nickname and created one of the most recognizable silhouettes in motorcycling. But the Knucklehead's early days were rough. Oil leaks, brittle valve springs, and insufficient lubrication plagued the first 2,000 units. Lesser companies might have folded under the warranty claims. Instead, Harley-Davidson sent repair kits to every dealer and completely redesigned the problematic components. By 1938, the Knucklehead was producing 60 horsepower and setting land speed records. Joe Petrali pushed a modified Knucklehead to 136 miles per hour, proving that American engineering could compete with anyone. The Knucklehead became the foundation for every air-cooled big twin that followed. Number 18. 1937 Harley-Davidson UL. While the Knucklehead grabbed headlines, the UL Sport Solo was quietly keeping Harley-Davidson financially afloat. This model featured crucial improvements like a recirculating oil system and 4-speed transmission, advances that made long-distance riding significantly more pleasant. The UL represented Harley's ability to balance innovation with reliability. It wasn't revolutionary like the Knucklehead, but it was dependable in ways that mattered to everyday riders. During the economic uncertainty of the late 1930s, dependability meant everything. This bike proved that sometimes the greatest achievement isn't building the fastest machine, it's building one that gets you home every time. Number 17, 1942, Harley-Davidson WLA. Most motorcycles become legends on the street. The WLA became a legend on the battlefield. Built specifically for the U.S. Army during World War II, this 45-inch military machine introduced Harley-Davidson to thousands of servicemen who might never have encountered a motorcycle otherwise. The WLA wasn't glamorous. It was built for function over form. But in the hands of military dispatch riders and reconnaissance troops, it proved that Harley-Davidson could build machines tough enough for war. More importantly, when those soldiers came home, many sought out motorcycles as a way to recapture the freedom they'd fought to protect. The post-war motorcycle boom didn't happen by accident. It was fueled by veterans who remembered the WLA and wanted that same sense of independence in civilian life. Number 16. 1948 Harley-Davidson FL Panhead. The Panhead engine launched in 1948 with massive expectations. Harley-Davidson replaced the Knucklehead's cast iron heads with finned aluminum heads designed to dissipate heat more effectively. Those distinctive pie pan rocker covers gave the engine its name and created another iconic Harley silhouette. The Panhead faced the same challenge that haunts complex engines: thermal expansion. Those aluminum heads expanded when hot, leading to persistent oil leaks that frustrated riders and mechanics alike. This was a problem that would plague Harley engines for decades. But riders forgave the Panhead's quirks because of what it delivered. With 55 horsepower in 1948, growing to 60 by 1960, the Panhead was a mile-eating machine. Riders earned 100,000-mile pins by 1955, proving that despite its oil leaks, the Panhead could go the distance. The Panhead era coincided with the post-war economic boom, when Americans had money to spend and highways to explore. This engine powered the dream of endless summer rides and cross-country adventures. Number 15, 1952, Harley-Davidson K Model. By 1952, Harley-Davidson recognized that not every rider wanted a massive cruiser. The K Model, with its 750cc Flathead V-twin, targeted riders who valued agility over raw power. Though it only lasted until 1953, the K Model established the blueprint for what would become the legendary Sportster line. The K Model proved that Harley could build lighter, more nimble motorcycles without losing the essential character that made them distinctive. It showed that the V-twin configuration could work in smaller, more manageable packages. Most importantly, the K model demonstrated Harley's willingness to diversify beyond the big cruiser market that had sustained them for decades. Number 14. 1957, Harley-Davidson Sportster XL. When the Sportster XL launched in 1957, it achieved something remarkable. It made Harley-Davidson accessible to riders who couldn't handle or afford the big touring bikes. The Sportster became the Swiss Army knife of motorcycles, equally at home commuting through city traffic or carving canyon roads. The original 883cc Ironhead engine was followed by the Evolution engine in 1986, which transformed the Sportster from a quirky classic into what experts call the most reliable used Harley-Davidson cruiser. The Evolution Sportster fixed decades of oil leak problems with tighter tolerances, aluminum heads, and corrected pushrod geometry. The Sportster's versatility is its greatest strength. It's been a first bike for countless riders, a custom platform for builders, and a reliable companion for experienced motorcyclists who value character over chrome. Nearly 70 years after its introduction, the Sportster remains in production because it still serves riders who want authentic Harley experience without the weight and complexity of larger models. If you've made it this far, you're clearly passionate about motorcycle history. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our deep dives into motorcycle legends and hidden gems. Number 13. 1958, Harley-Davidson Duolide. Before 1958, riding a big Harley on a long trip was an exercise in endurance. The Duolide changed everything by introducing genuine rear suspension to large Harley-Davidson motorcycles. This wasn't just an upgrade, it was a transformation of the riding experience. The swing-arm rear suspension with coilover shocks made long-distance touring comfortable for the first time. Combined with hydraulic rear brakes and a stronger transmission, the Duolide created the template for modern touring motorcycles. The Duolide also established the dresser segment, motorcycles equipped with touring accessories like saddlebags, windshields, and passenger comfort features. This wasn't just about selling more accessories. It was about recognizing that motorcycles could be serious transportation for couples and families. Number 12, 1965, Harley-Davidson FL Electrolide. In 1965, Harley-Davidson solved one of motorcycling's most fundamental problems: starting the damn thing. The Electroglide introduced electric starting to Harley's big twins, eliminating the ritual of kickstarting a 700-pound motorcycle. The electric starter required a complete electrical system redesign, including a 12-volt system and larger battery, but the convenience transformed the riding experience, especially for older riders or those who struggled with the physical demands of kickstarting. The Electroglide also introduced the iconic Batwing fairing and full-dress touring look that remains popular today. The King of the Highway package offered everything needed for cross-country touring, from hard panniers to detachable windshields. Despite early handling issues and weak front brakes, the Electroglide established Harley-Davidson as the premier manufacturer of touring motorcycles in America. Number 11, 1971, Harley-Davidson FX Superglide. The Superglide didn't just introduce a new model, it created an entirely new category. By combining the FLH touring frame with Sportster front-end components, Harley-Davidson created the first factory custom motorcycle. This wasn't accident, it was strategy. Harley recognized that riders were modifying their bikes to create unique looks, and the Superglide offered that customized aesthetic straight from the factory. The chopper look that had been limited to custom builders suddenly became available to anyone who could afford a new Harley. The Superglide's success proved that riders wanted personalization, not just transportation. It launched Harley's factory custom program that continues to drive sales today. Number 10, 1970, Harley-Davidson XR750. Some motorcycles win races. The XR750 won an entire sport. With 29 AMA Grand National Championships between 1972 and 2008, the XR750 became the most successful race bike in American motorsports history. The XR750 story started with failure. The original 1970 Ironhead versions overheated and lacked power. But Harley-Davidson's engineers quickly redesigned the engine with aluminum heads and cylinders, creating a 748cc power plant that produced 82 horsepower at 7,700 RPM. The XR750 didn't just dominate dirt track racing, it became a cultural icon through Evel Knievel's death-defying stunts. While other riders won races, Knievel captured imaginations by jumping buses, fountains, and canyons on his XR750. The XR750 proved that Harley-Davidson could build world-class racing motorcycles when properly motivated. It created a performance legacy that influences Harley design and marketing to this day. Number 9, 1977, Harley-Davidson FXS Low Rider. Building on the Superglide's success, the Low Rider took factory customization to the next level. With extended forks and a distinctive low-slung profile, the Low Rider captured the outlaw aesthetic that defined motorcycle culture in the 1970s. The Low Rider became one of Harley's best-selling models immediately upon introduction. It proved that riders didn't just want motorcycles, they wanted motorcycles that made statements about who they were and how they lived. The Low Rider's popularity validated Harley's strategy of offering factory-built custom aesthetics. It showed that the market for personalized motorcycles was larger than anyone had imagined. Number 8, 1980, Harley-Davidson FXB Sturgis. The Sturgis model honored one of motorcycling's most important gatherings while introducing practical innovations. The black and red paint scheme celebrated the Sturgis rally, but the real innovation was the belt drive system that eliminated oil leakage from the primary chain. The belt drive represented a significant engineering improvement, reducing maintenance and eliminating one of the most common sources of oil leaks on Harley motorcycles. Combined with a 5-speed transmission, the Sturgis offered improved functionality wrapped in tribute styling. The Sturgis showed that Harley could honor its heritage while embracing practical improvements. It proved that nostalgia and innovation could coexist in the same machine. Number 7, 1982, Harley-Davidson FXR. By 1982, Harley-Davidson faced an existential crisis. Japanese manufacturers were building faster, more reliable motorcycles at lower prices. The FXR was Harley's answer, a motorcycle that combined traditional Harley character with modern engineering. The FXR's revolutionary rubber-mounted engine system dramatically reduced vibration while maintaining the classic V-twin sound and feel. The triangular swing arm and computer-aided frame design created handling that rivaled much more expensive European motorcycles. Initially equipped with the shovelhead engine, the FXR received the new Evolution engine in 1984. This power plant solved decades of reliability problems while delivering improved performance and reduced oil consumption. The FXR developed a cult following among riders who appreciated its combination of classic Harley character and superior performance. Even after production ended in 1994, FXR values remained strong because knowledgeable riders recognized its unique balance of tradition and innovation. Number 6, 1984, Harley-Davidson FXST Softail. The Softail solved one of custom motorcycling's most challenging problems: how to achieve the clean, rigid, hardtail look while maintaining the comfort of modern suspension. The solution was brilliant in its simplicity. Hide the suspension components underneath the transmission and frame. The Softail's triangular swing arm and hidden shocks created the visual appeal of a vintage hardtail with the ride quality of a modern motorcycle. This innovation became hugely popular because it offered the best of both worlds: classic aesthetics and contemporary comfort. The Softail was also significant as the first model to feature Harley's company-saving Evolution engine. The 1,340cc V-twin delivered improved reliability and performance while maintaining the traditional Harley sound and feel. The Softail platform became incredibly successful because it captured the essence of classic Harley design while incorporating modern engineering. It proved that nostalgia and functionality could coexist in the same machine. Number 5, 1990, Harley-Davidson LSTF Fat Boy. Some motorcycles become famous through racing success or engineering innovation. The Fat Boy became famous by appearing in one of the biggest action movies of all time. When Arnold Schwarzenegger rode a Fat Boy through the Los Angeles River in Terminator 2, he created a cultural moment that transcended motorcycling. But the Fat Boy was more than just a movie prop. Designed by Willie G. Davidson and Louis Netz, it featured distinctive solid cast disc wheels and a commanding presence that immediately set it apart from other motorcycles. The Fat Boy's design incorporated practical elements like a comfortable riding position, shotgun exhaust, and quality materials that made it appealing to serious riders, not just movie fans. The distinctive yellow trim and leather seat created a unique visual identity that remained popular for decades. The Fat Boy's Hollywood success demonstrated motorcycles' power to capture cultural imagination. It showed that the right bike in the right movie could create a legend that lasted far beyond the film's theatrical run. Number 4. 1994, Harley-Davidson Dino Wide Glide. The Dino platform launched in 1991 as a versatile cruiser designed for customization and modification. The Wide Glide, introduced in 1994, became one of the most popular variations with its distinctive wide handlebars and forward controls. Powered by twin cam engines, the Dino delivered the characteristic Harley potato, idle and substantial torque that made city riding and highway cruising equally enjoyable. The platform's versatility made it popular with riders who wanted to personalize their motorcycles. However, the Dino's legacy includes the infamous Harley Death Wobble, a dangerous high-speed instability caused by the swing arm mounting design. This problem plagued the entire Dino line from 1991 until production ended in 2017. The death wobble occurred when the swing arms mounting through the transmission case allowed excessive lateral movement at high speeds. Aftermarket companies developed stabilizer kits to address the problem, but Harley-Davidson never implemented a factory solution. Despite this significant safety issue, the Dino maintained a loyal following because of its customization potential and raw Harley character. The death wobble became part of its notorious legend, requiring knowledgeable riders to seek aftermarket fixes for safe high-speed riding. Number 3. 2001 Harley-Davidson RSCA VRod. The VRod represented the most radical departure in Harley-Davidson's history. Developed in collaboration with Porsche, the liquid-cooled Revolution engine abandoned every traditional Harley design principle in pursuit of pure performance. The 1,130cc V-twin produced 115 horsepower and could accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.6 seconds, performance that rivaled contemporary superbikes. The liquid cooling system, radiator, and 60-degree engine angle created a motorcycle that looked and performed unlike any previous Harley. The VRod attracted new riders who wanted Harley heritage combined with modern performance. Its distinctive styling and impressive acceleration made it a head-turning machine that proved Harley could build high-performance motorcycles. However, the VRod's legacy includes serious safety controversies. ABS-equipped models from 2008 to 2011 were recalled for brake system failures that could occur without warning. A high-profile legal case resulted in a $287 million judgment against Harley-Davidson after a fatal crash involving the recalled ABS system. The VRod story illustrates both the potential and the risks of radical innovation. While it demonstrated Harley's engineering capabilities, it also showed how new technologies could introduce unexpected safety challenges. Number 2. Modern Harley-Davidson Street Glide. The modern Street Glide represents the pinnacle of American touring motorcycle development. Named Best Cruiser Bagger of 2024 by Motorcycle.com, it combines traditional Harley aesthetics with cutting-edge technology and comfort features. Current Street Glides feature the Milwaukee 8, 117 or 121 engines, producing up to 145 foot-pounds of torque, providing effortless highway cruising and impressive acceleration. The distinctive batwing fairing has been aerodynamically optimized to reduce wind buffeting while maintaining the classic Harley silhouette. Modern Street Glides incorporate advanced rider aids including cornering ABS, traction control, and selectable ride modes that adapt the motorcycle's behavior to different riding conditions. The 12.3-inch touchscreen display provides navigation, media, and comprehensive bike information. The Street Glide succeeds because it delivers genuine luxury and performance while maintaining the essential character that defines Harley-Davidson. It proves that traditional American motorcycles can incorporate modern technology without losing their distinctive identity. But even the Street Glide, impressive as it is, cannot claim the top spot. That honor belongs to a motorcycle that represents perhaps the most significant departure in Harley-Davidson's 120-year history. Number 1. 2021 Harley-Davidson Pan America 1250 Special. The Pan America 1250 Special didn't just expand Harley-Davidson's product line, it challenged every assumption about what a Harley-Davidson could be. This adventure touring motorcycle entered a segment completely dominated by European manufacturers and immediately established itself as a legitimate competitor. The Revolution Max 1250 engine produces 150 horsepower with a broad, flexible power band that works equally well on highways and off-road trails. As a stressed chassis member, the engine contributes to the motorcycle's lightweight design while delivering the power needed for serious adventure riding. The Pan America incorporates technology that seemed impossible on a Harley-Davidson just a few years ago. Electronically adjustable semi-active suspension automatically maintains ideal sag regardless of load or riding conditions. The adaptive Daymaker headlight adjusts to lean angle for optimal visibility in corners. Adaptive ride height automatically adjusts the seat height based on riding conditions. The Pan America became a sales sensation immediately upon introduction, proving that Harley-Davidson could successfully compete in markets far beyond its traditional cruiser stronghold. It attracted new riders who had never considered a Harley-Davidson while retaining the distinctive character that defines the brand. Most importantly, the Pan America signals Harley-Davidson's commitment to innovation and diversification. It proves that a 120-year-old company can still surprise the industry and redefine what's possible. Now here's what most riders over 50 don't realize. Age changes everything about which Harley you should actually buy. That Sportster that seemed perfect at 25 becomes a back-breaking nightmare at 55, while bikes you never considered suddenly become the most comfortable rides of your life. If you're dealing with arthritis, bad knees, or just want to keep riding well into your golden years, check out my video on the 20 best Harley-Davidson motorcycles for senior riders. Because the bikes that made this legendary list might not be the ones that'll keep you riding comfortably for the next 20 years.